Hey, welcome to the Wizardhole. This is our second campaign. It's good to be back. We've been gone for a little while. I think this is going to be an intro to a longer campaign set in the setting of Null York City. That's New York City in 2070. So, if you've ever been to New York City, you'll probably be pretty familiar with this setting. There's still a deli on every corner, and the newly privatized New York City Police Department still keeps the order whenever it's profitable. We're playing with a Shadowrun rule set, but modified. We are tweaking things a little bit, making just a few of the rules simpler, like hacking and vehicles. And we are not doing the Shadowrun lore, but we are heavily influenced on it. That's the plan. All right, let's introduce everybody. Maybe we could start over here with this fabulous fellow.
Hey, my name's Bryce, and I'm playing Rizzo. Some might know me as the Rat. I've made a pretty fair name for myself, and a pretty penny at that, doing this here Shadowrun business, and I'm here to steal your hearts and steal your dollars.
My name is Jensine Eckwall. I'm playing Mother Sary, also known as the Witch to some. That's it.
Hey, Magnus. Let's do you.
Me? I'm Tyler Boss. I am playing Dang Rusty. Dang, you probably know me. I was the youngest detective at 24 on the NYPD LLC since they became incorporated, until I was terminated wrongfully, I might add, at the age of 25. And now I do the Lord's work. I am a process server.
I'm Magnus. You see me hovering just off the shoulder of many wonderful, wonderful prime members of society, a fixture at Brighton Beach, as decoration. I'm Nick Brooks. I've been doing this for years, on and off. Yeah, I look after my patrons' interests.
Well, with the introductions out of the way, let's get right into it. So, let's start with a scene. I think, let me roll for it. We're going to do the whole how you guys all get together. Okay. Dang. Let's call you Dang Nasty. Alright.
Oh, you need to buy me a drink before you call me that.
Alright, let's go into the bar. We're going to your local hangout. Could you set the scene for us?
The Three Diamond Door. It sort of has a grandmother's basement atmosphere, which is very comforting to me.
Okay. What are you drinking?
I'm having I call it a Boilermaker.
How many deep are you at this point?
Oh no, just a college 3.
College 3. Okay.
Just 6.
At the end of the bar, another regular that you know, Tommy Two Fingers.
Oh, Tommy's here today.
Oh, Tommy is here today. He was in the bathroom for quite a while, long enough that you didn't notice, long enough for you to drink 3 Boilermakers, I guess.
It's a funny thing. See, Tommy, he's only got 2 fingers. You think he could wash his mitts faster, but it weirdly takes longer. I think it's because he can't get the soap out.
How many times have you had that? Have you taught?
I've had to go in there to dispense the soap for him.
Okay, great. Well, Tommy Two Fingers, seeing you coming out of the bathroom, struggling a little bit to zip his fly up and button. He should have done it inside, but he felt like he was in there long enough. He looks around, then brushes his 3-fingered hand on his coat, smile crossing his face as he walks down the bar and pulls up over a stool and sits down next to you and leans in and says, "Dang, just the person I was happy to see."
Oh, Tommy, you're do you need your fly's down? Do you need any help?
I thought I got it on the way over here, but I guess I saw you and stopped halfway because I was so excited. Do you mind?
Oh no, not at all. Should I roll sleight of hand, palming?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
I don't want people.
First roll of the game. Sure. Can you zip up Tommy Two Tone's pants? Here
Two
he is.
fingers.
Without palming.
Tommy Two Fingers.
Tommy plus finesse, or palming plus finesse?
Yeah, Tommy plus finesse. That'll do you.
He also just said he had 3 fingers. His
Tommy
number
Two
of
Fingers.
digits is changing
Well, 3
every 2
fingers
seconds.
is with the thumb. I'm assuming. No, that doesn't make any
I
sense.
stink.
You know what? 2 fingers. I was thinking he lost 2 fingers. We didn't go
yeah,
for the lore enough.
I got that 1 success on that for you, Tommy.
He clicks his tongue in satisfaction, and then he snaps his head up to look you in the eye and says, "For that, I think I better get you another Boilermaker. Hey, other Two-Finger, why don't you come over here? And as Boto walks over, fumbling to carry as many glasses, being intimidated by Tommy Two Fingers ever since Tommy Two Fingers took the moniker from Boto.
From Tommy Two. I mean, okay, so there was. I love both Tommies.
I love when you tell this story. Tell it to his face in front of me.
But you know, Tommy
Yes.
Two Fingers, my bartender friend here, Boto. His name's Tommy Two Fingers as well, because he's Tommy and he has two fingers. But then this other gentleman, Tommy Two Fingers, from a prestigious philanthropic company.
Yes, that's correct.
Also has two fingers, and so we had to change Tommy's name because he had the two fingers on the other hand. So Tommy Two Fingers, but on the other hand, Boto. We call him Boto.
But on the other hand,
But on the other
what I
hand,
love most about this is his name is Thomas. He goes by Tommy. I am Tomlinski. I do not go by Tommy to anyone, and yet here I get to steal another man's name. Nowhere in America do I steal other man's name but here, and that from then on I knew it was my bar. I love this place, and you know I love you, Dang. I come here to see you, to buy you drinks, to have my fly zip right up. Dang, I have a job. You want a job? I see you, your tab. I look at the books sometimes. Out of this world. I think this one job, maybe you take it.
I mean, you know
You
how
might
it is.
be
you
good
know how-
for quite a long time.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I mean, you know how it is in the winter's month. You got to keep warm somehow, and so, old fella. But you're right.
Less processes.
I have been running a tab. I don't know how. You know, Boto thinks I'm good for it, and I am.
It is
I
running
am.
several thousand US dollars.
Well, yeah. Well,
In process serving, I think. Satisfying work, though it may be, may not be.
oh, it's Lord's work.
Yes, well, this is a little bit more. The other guy's work, you know, the other guy. Stuff you
sure.
used to do for us more often. It's more like that. You comfortable? You want to do this?
You're all right having me. You feel really. You
I
feel
look at your
confident?
muscles. If I may, he reaches over with the finger and squeezes your muscles. He goes, it feels good to me. I'll be honest. I'm 10 years your junior, and
I'd say buy me a drink first, but you already did. So.
I already. Well, if he could get a move on with these dumb fingers of his. Look, do you want a job?
What are we talking here?
I'm just given the word to go out find somebody. They say find somebody.
You came
know.
right to me.
Well, I saw you right out of the bathroom, and I got the call in there. That's why I was in there, and I thought, this.
Lord
What do they
works
call it?
mysterious
What's
ways.
that movie? Sliding doors. No, serendipity. That's what I think when I look at you. Also, then my job is done. I get my finder's fee. I drink all night. And I would buy you drinks, except you have to go tonight. It's from what I understand. Yes, we'll have 2 hours. I'll buy you a few drinks, and then right over to the job. How's that sound?
That seems like a cause for celebration.
It does at that. Let me take out napkin and pen and write out an address and he hands you an address to go to Skin, a East European harsh noise industrial venue in Lower Manhattan. He goes, it's one of Dragovich's bars. You'll fit right in at home, you know.
Oh,
One of the Dragovich 12, yes.
I tell you, that boy, born with dancing shoes on.
He doesn't dance that much anymore, but you'll meet him, you'll see for yourself. All right, 2 more Boilermakers for me and my good friend who gets me lots of money with finder's fee. And with that, you drink for a while. Okay, when we come back to you, we're going to roll and see how you're doing based on the amount of drinks you had. Because you were on a college 3.
Yeah.
You might be on a college 5 or 6 at this point. A university 5 or 6.
Yeah, baker's dozen.
A big, okay. 13. We'll see how you do at this beat. We'll come back to that. All right, let me roll to see who we're doing next.
Ooh, I hope it's me.
Using psychic powers like that, witch.
Look at this shit.
It is you. All right, so where do we find you on this
We find
This-
me. So
Wednesday evening?
if there was a camera, a moving camera, we'd pan across the Glendale Cemetery, over some trash, through some gravestones, into a mausoleum. We'd squeak open the door, move away a stone tablet, and then down some rough-hewn dirt stairs into an open dirt cavern. And that is Mother Sary's home.
What kind of amenities do they have down there? What kind of utilities?
roots, preserves, preserved roots, a bed of straw, a pot of iron, and that is all.
How old are you, Mother Sary?
Oh, I'm as old as this here dirt.
How old is that dirt?
Well, you wouldn't want to ask again and get hurt.
All right. I take the point. Well, Mother Sary, do you feel like taking a walk through the graveyard tonight? Do you feel like essence like coaxing you, saying, tonight's a night to walk the Glendale Cemetery?
I feel the rare energy that draws me up from my warmly lit, wet root home. Perhaps, should I go on a walk tonight, I may see the gravedigger, if perchance I am fortunate.
So you go?
I go.
What do you bring with you?
Plod, plod, plod. I sling over my back a sack in which I keep a single bead and a single bullet.
Okay. Bead and a bullet. The two beads.
Battlestar Galactica.
The Office. So you wander up through the mausoleum
Correct.
and wander around for a bit, and it isn't long before you feel the presence of the gravedigger working away,
Oh.
digging at bodies, digging them
Digging.
out or digging them.
Tonight,
You don't
I peer over his shoulder and he digs a hole so deep that the bottom, there is no bottom, so I don't like to refer to it. But he digs, he continues to dig.
And then without turning around, without even having heard you, with on this warm night, cold air, like coming out, steam, as he speaks, he says, "Witch, I feel there is a purpose for you in the air. A
No,
purpose and a job. It's been a long time since you got out.
it certainly has been.
Seek the coroner. Take the job from him if you would like to see your fortunes tripled."
The coroner in the morgue.
The coroner. You know him. Seek him. And then the gravedigger stops. With a couple pounds of his shovel, he stops and just starts to walk away.
The hole, it's gone.
He says nothing.
Wait. I curtsy at his back, but he knows. And I make my way to the morgue. I shuffle onto the bus. I hope my Metro card hasn't expired.
You swipe your Metro card, and you take a Metro card up to the scanners that require a comm link to be pressed up to it. Showing up holding your Metro card above, the bus driver turns and looks at you and just goes, "Just sit down."
The smell of earth emanates from me, and a worm plops onto the ground. This is my fee to you.
He goes, "Is that your worm?
Oh,
You need to take that with you. You can't leave worms on the bottom of my bus."
it's yours now, good boy.
Okay. All right. Go sit down. So as you go sit down, he opens the door and he kind of kicks it out the door, and then he closes the door.
Do it
And then in the
now,
mic he goes, "No worms on this bus." And then he starts traveling.
Guess I
Traveling you
better
over
not
to
turn out my pockets.
traveling over to the morgue. People on the bus, do they give you a wide berth, would you say?
It's very late. I don't think anything here is particularly unexpected out in Glendale Cemetery.
And you have no phone, so what do you do to pass the time?
I think and I access the thoughts. I access the thoughts of the people on the bus.
Mm-hmm. You get any good thoughts?
Interesting. Mostly people who are tired. They've worked. They're going to work. It's life. What is it?
All right, so the bus arrives near the morgue. You step out.
Yes.
How do you get to the morgue? How do you approach the coroner.
I go in through, those doors on the ground.
Oh, like steam hatches?
Yeah, one of them's open. There's a cone next to it.
Okay.
And I walk down, and I walk back up the stairs to the fluorescent halls. The lights kind of crackle. And I quietly open the door of the autopsy auditorium.
You find inside, as you open the door, you see a man from the back, working on something over his comm link, darting his fingers back and forth. Now, I don't think you have any way of seeing augmented reality. Most people, if they have cybernetic eyes or cyber goggles, they can see the things people are working on as their comm links project an image in front of them, kind of like Minority Report. But you can have them, most people have them for hidden on their own, but in a workplace like this, it would be open. But for you, because you don't have any way of seeing that, you just see somebody doing all of these things. But you do see they also have headphones in. Now, whether you know what that means, but...
I've been around for a while. I know what headphones are.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult
It's
you.
all right, son.
So this person is listening to headphones, and whether or not you were quiet doesn't matter, because they definitely didn't hear you as you came in a back entrance through the emergency exit. Says alarms will sound. No alarm has ever sounded for you, though, has it?
Not from Mother Sary.
So what do? You see this man.
I stand behind him for a moment, and when I realize he's too absorbed in his work, I move around the table so that I'm across from him. He must look up at some point. I hope I don't scare him too bad when he does.
Let's roll stealth plus finesse, just to see how quickly and how badly you scare him.
Hopefully not too bad.
I mean, right? Wouldn't you be scared?
Or would we?
I scare easily.
That's one success.
Okay, so I think you sidle around, and he looks up immediately and goes, "Oh, God!" Pulls his things out and does like a weird karate stance that doesn't necessarily mean anything, and then stands back up. It's the coroner. He kind of like, out of breath already, leans over, breathes in, takes a few steps back, and goes, No, I don't want to give you the job. I don't. Every time I get a job, I end up having to give it.
'Twas sent by fate. It is only 7:45. Give me the job, or you'll be sorry. Or my name isn't Mother Sary. It's Sary.
Okay. We've done this so many times, and I feel like every time I end up giving you the job. And it's because there end up being just a bunch of beats in my bed one time.
Beats in the bed and beats in the bath. Beats in the sink, how the children will laugh. Don't your children just love the beats?
Okay. And then it was the bugs the other time.
Bugs in the bed and bugs in the corners. I love my best friend. He's the coroner.
I think we'll just skip it this time. Okay. You have the job. You can have the job. Could you just leave? I feel like usually this takes like 3 hours. You ask me a bunch of riddles, and we get to the point. You're almost always here because it's a job. Sometimes you have a question. I know I have a job this time. I just got it. So can I just give you the job?
Look at him laid all out on the table. What happened?
This guy?
This guy.
He fell down some stairs. He was trying to do like a prank to somebody else. He tried to like do like a weird prank, and then he fell down the stairs and he broke his neck. It's a stupid way to die. It's really dumb.
You know what they say about pranks. And I cast invisibility and I disappear.
He goes, well, fuck. Well, shit. Okay. And then you see him, you don't know what it means, but you see him pull something up and then start talking into something, and maybe as you're wandering away, you hear him say, yeah, I found a psyker for you. No, I don't want to tell you who it is. You'll just... They're good at what they do, I'll say that. They're really good at what they do. Just, you know psychers can be.
I smile to myself and I shake my head and I think about youth.
And you go on your way.
And I go on my way.
And somehow you know, in your head, from this moment, whether it's a whisper from the gravedigger, maybe you pried it from his mind, But you know you need to go to the East European Harsh Noise Industrial Venue, Skin.
I do know this.
And you need to go to the VIP room. And you need to talk for the job.
Well,
And you need to go. You need to be there by 10 o'clock. So you only got a couple hours.
I guess well, can I take the L to the J?
Sure, you can hop a turnstile. I'm sure you can.
I still have my Metro card.
They haven't taken Metro cards since 2022.
Well. Yep,
I think you're good. You'll get there.
I get there.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right. And now we're coming to the last boy who's going to get a call.
Yeah,
Rizzo.
it's me.
So Rizzo, what are you doing at... Thank you, sorry, for putting a canonical time. It's 7:45.
It's 7:45. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I don't even know what day it is anymore. I've been on a bit of a hot streak. I don't know if you've heard of me. I'm one of the biggest Shadowrunners in town. I make a business out of stealing and making money. And all I do all day is just enjoy myself now because really, you know, once you've been doing this for a while, it's just easy. It's easy picking.
Could you tell me a little bit about your home and what you're doing in your home?
Yeah, I live in a beautiful townhouse on the Upper East Side.
And where are you in this vast? What is it? You said
I'm
Upper
in
East
my
Side?
boudoir. I'm picking out my suit. I got my glass full of brandy. I'm feeling fine.
Yeah.
I don't even know what day it is. I assume it's a weekday.
But it's time to go party.
Yeah. I gotta go out on the town. I do want to know what's hopping. You know, I got this recent influx of some liquid assets that I would love to spend on more liquid assets. If you know to give it a sip. But you know, I'm living up here by myself. No one comes and talks to me unless I want them to come and talk to me, and that's the way that I want it to be. You know,
Okay.
I do not need companionship or friendship or really anything.
So you carry on you one comlink on your person and another comlink in your head. Isn't that right? You live a double life.
I don't need anybody to get up in here. That's just for me, you see.
Well, you get a buzz of a text message that is just urgently wanting to pop up in your UI.
I let it jump up.
All right, it says, "You up?"
Hell yeah, I'm up. What the fuck is up?
says-
Who is this?
Got job. ULFJ, and it says, "It's Fozzie, BTW."
Ah, Fozzie. Yes. See, I don't want to. I'm a very secretive man. I don't want to give anybody my real name. I don't want to give anybody my real contact information. Everyone I know got to stick with an alias.
Right.
And what better alias than the classic 20th century masterpiece known as those creatures.
Muppet babies.
The Muppet Babies. Yeah.
So Fozzie says, "Got good job." And then a bunch of dollar signs says, "You want job?" ULFJ?
That's a good sign for some good money. Yeah, I'm LFJ, of course.
Tight. And then sends you an address. It's to the East European Harsh Noise Industrial Venue, Skin. VIP section.
Sounds a little beneath me as far as clientele goes, but I guess I'll put on my 3-piece and head on out.
I mean, where were you going to go otherwise?
I don't know, up your button around the corner.
Shit. How are you getting to Skin?
Wouldn't you like to know? I'm gonna call my driver.
Okay.
You know, I do not drive myself. Certainly, I call my driver Animal, and he gets in my beautiful, luxurious Model T, as I like to call it. It's not. It's a better car than that, but we ride on down.
You sit in the front or the back?
In the back, of course. Are you kidding me?
Do you do anything on your way there?
Yeah, I count my money on my fucking Clio app.
All right, you're counting your money on your Clio app. You are, I guess, hopping a turnstile on the L.
Also, I have a quick question.
Yes. What is
Can
it,
I
other
go
side?
back and can I go grab my running equipment, or do you think I'll have a chance to do that later?
I think you'll have a chance to do that later. I
Okay.
don't feel like your running equipment will get you past security. Yours specifically.
I'm aware, so okay, we good.
Yeah, I guess that's a good question. So you're all on your way to this meet. What do you all bring with you? It's to a European. Here's. Let me give you a little bit about what you know about Duncan Dragovich's bar. So Duncan Dragovich is a known venue guy who owns some of the hottest East European themed places in all of New York City. And because of the New York Special Exception Treaty, Dragovich and other Russo Corp owned businesses enjoy the ability to stay open after 4 a.m. They can stay open as late as they want. And most drugs are legal on their premises. So it means that Dragovich bars are intense, seedy, they go all the time. They're pretty cool. These are like... But at the same time, that means security's pretty tight. So you all would know this, knowing about this. Maybe you wouldn't know this, but you might psychically understand it. What are you all bringing to this meet in terms of like gear? Are you wearing your chameleon suit or just your 3-piece? And are you?
I know we're going to an Eastern European club, so I do want to look nice. Now, I happen to be a man who has no hair whatsoever. It's a condition. It's got a name. We don't got to talk about that. However, I do want to grease up. I want to look nice. I want to put on colognes, many colognes, as many as possible. In fact,
can you name the top 3 that you're gonna put on?
Chanel.
Okay.
Cartier.
Okay.
And Camaro.
Okay. All right, those are the 3. And it's conflicting smells, but it creates an aroma all
Yeah,
its own.
when you combine, it's like essential oils. You know, when you get the good ones together, and the good smells, it just exudes gasoline. And there's nothing that says I'm ready to go than a good, hearty ethanol.
All right, I love it. But so you just you're wearing a nice suit, lots of cologne. You're
Yeah,
armed with this smell.
I want to be seen from afar, but not heard.
Okay, and by seen you mean from nostrils.
Yes, it's a multi-sensory experience. Now, I do also want to say, I got a lot of hidey holes, and that's nothing sexual about that.
No,
that's literally just in my arms. I got these fake arms, got lots of wizard holes to put any kinds of stuff I want to take and put them in there.
Wizardhole.
I got my empty arms.
Well, you got a whole cyber limb that has all sorts of compartments in it, right?
Well, yeah, and it's all empty except I got some knives.
Yeah, and you've got your cyber spur too.
And my spur.
Okay, so you're taking your knives with you and your spur, but
I wouldn't leave the house without them. They're just for personal protection.
All right, so you've got in your internal holster, you've got a knife, you've got your cyber spur, and then your large compartment, you've got your other 2 knives.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Sarah, are you bringing anything with you?
I'm taking my sack.
Right, which has 1 bullet and one bead.
In case there's an opportunity for bartering, and I am certainly bringing my primary melee weapon, which is my gnarled stick.
Okay.
Which I use to assist me in my mobility.
Now, Dang, what are you bringing with you? What did you bring from the?
I mean, Dang's.
Before you decide, let's roll body plus composure. And let's see how drunk you are. Now, how many beers did you have? At this point, how many Boilermakers did you have?
We said a baker's dozen.
13. So 13.
Yeah, we'll be reasonable. 8.
Okay, so 8. Let's do 8 divided by 2 is 4. Let's do body plus composure minus 4 dice. So in case you don't know the way Shadowrun rules work, you often take an attribute plus a skill. In this case, it's an attribute plus an attribute, and you roll that many d6s, 6-sided die. For every 5 and 6, you get a success. Some tests only need 1 success to make. Some require more. Most only require 1. How many successes did you get?
1.
1 success. So let's say that in this instance, you are not blasted. You are just tipsy and maybe forgetful a little bit. So let me ask you again. What do you bring with you to skin the East European harsh noise industrial venue?
Well, I mean, I do have the Flying Tomato parked outside.
Okay. Can you explain what that is, please?
So the Flying Tomato is a prime vehicle. It's a V8. It's
like the juice.
That's why I call it the Flying Tomato.
I get it. Okay. I got it.
Sure, it's looking a little worse for wear, but I do maintain it myself. It is a two-seater sports, pure American muscle. I've had to re-duct tape on the side mirrors from some. It wasn't my fault. I mean, I was sure I hit the thing, but why was it there when I hit it?
Right. When you say you maintain it yourself, do you have any engineering skill? Do you know how to maintain a vehicle?
Well, what I lack in knowledge, I maintain in grit.
Okay, I understand. Hence the duct tape.
I think it looks nice, actually.
I mean,
it's shiny, even.
What color is it?
The duct tape?
Yeah.
It's it comes silver, but I paint it with a Sharpie.
Sounds excellent. So you are well over the legal limit, presumably. But you know what? NYPD LLC, they've got better things to do than pull you over.
Come on, who's gonna pull over the Tamont? You just want to see it fly.
It's a limited life.
But what do you bring with you otherwise? Do you bring your
Well, I always carry my 6-piece right here on my chest in my holster, and I have my
your 6-piece?
Your
well,
heart
that's
has 6
what I call
pieces?
it. No, it's a semi-auto pistol, but
See, I feel the need to say this. He says 6-piece as if it's a 6-shooter. It's
But-
not. Just to be clear. I thought it was a semi-automatic.
Let's live the lie a little longer,
I'm
man.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
well, and then I
You can have a 6. He chose not to have one.
It's
All right,
fine.
I'm sorry.
it's my 6-piece though.
Yeah, I do.
And then
Aesthetic,
I got some other things. I have some minor cybernetics that could possibly come in handy in a holdout situation. But besides that, I do have my to-go bag, which is in the Flying Tomato, which has some higher caliber firepower. I don't know that I'll be needing that though. I'm just going.
But you're keeping that in the trunk.
That's just in the trunk.
Now, what keeps the trunk shut? Is that a nice lock on there?
No,
or is
I
it
got
a little
these 2 bungees that I pull down, and then I padlock that.
bit- Okay. Excellent. Keeping your hardware in there. Do you have any armor on you?
I do. I have a bulletproof turtleneck
That's right.
from Michael Kors.
Right. And that's
What's funny though was it's not the Michael Kors you're thinking of. It's from Coors Light.
Oh.
They made a bulletproof turtleneck. Apparently, a lot of patrons of their fine beverage get into a lot of trouble.
That's actually that's funny. That's like how you made most of your money. Is a similar instance of like Big Cartel, right? Like
Yeah, huge cartels. The biggest one on the net.
Big Cartel.
yeah.
.com.
.com.
But
Yeah,
then when the
it's
net crash. Sorry, you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's the classic tale of net crashing and suddenly you got to turn to whatever you can turn to make ends meet. And
Right.
Big Cartel just happened to stick around and start out small with a podcast. You end up with the biggest drug ring in the world.
Right. So Big Cartel is
Crazy.
now actually a big cartel.
Yeah, that's the American dream.
Hence, if you look at your character sheets, the currencies on the bottom of the page come in USD and cartel coin.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 possible currencies. We'll get to that later. All right, so I think you all understand how we're getting to this place. Let's go to Skin. In case you don't know, Skin is an East European harsh noise industrial venue in the Lower East Side. A Dragovich special. His primary place. It's the Dragovich venue. You arrive outside. Let's keep this general for the moment. When you arrive outside, you see that there is a line about around the door. It's a Wednesday. And it's also probably like 9:30. So, but there's a bit of a line. Maybe it's just for show, you don't know. There's a bouncer there who is not really trying to check the line that much, just sort of like standing around, looking cool. And when you approach, he looks up at you. Let me do this one at a time. Who's gonna get there fastest? Probably Mr. Flying Tomato.
I'm shocked and appalled that you didn't think that I would be there first, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, this guy who's born to fly is 8 drinks deep. Flying Tomato.
I guess that's
Tell
true.
me
You do
how
have to
you-
wait for animal to arrive. So.
That's right, exactly.
So I pulled up in front of Skin, and
It's a no parking zone right in front of it.
I park. Well, that's fine. I park on the other side, and then I put a handicap sign on my dash rearview mirror, and I step out of my vehicle and lock the door by. I have to lock it from the inside, and then with the coat hanger, sort of roll the window back up. And I got some mint in my pocket because you never know, there might be some fine gentlemen up in that club. And I give myself a little spritz,
Okay.
and I approach the club.
All right, so there's a line to the left, but
Uh-huh.
the door's right behind the bouncer, and that's straight ahead. Where
Oh
do you
yeah,
go?
I'm going straight for Mr. Big Boy out there.
So the bouncer looks up at you, takes a little step, make sure you're not going to try to walk past him. Says, "Look, line's right there, buddy."
It's all right. I'm here to see. I'm here to see the man.
The man. Is that right?
Here for a job. A job.
A J-O-B.
Yeah.
Well, you can fill an application, but you're going to have to wait in the line first.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm here to see Radovid.
Oh, really? Well, everybody says they're here to see him. You want to throw a persuasion at me? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Let's throw a persuasion at me. Everybody says he's here to see him. What's your excuse?
Is it persuasion plus presence?
I think in this case, probably charm. This guy's a little on the back foot. You're a charming guy, despite.
The spritz made it work.
I gotta say,
What'd you get?
dang, Rusty rolled a 7.
Oh my God!
Wow.
All right, so he goes. Everybody's here to see him. What's your excuse?
I wink,
Uh-huh.
and then as I smile, a glint comes off my tooth.
He goes. Well, we don't get many people like you. Why don't you go on and step? All right. Why don't you step over to the VIP section, and I'm sure your presence will
and
be
I
noted.
say, as I walk by, I say, "Good looks, big boy," and I tap him on the butt.
He says, when you get in there, you make sure you tell the bartender so you can get some for free, all right?
All right, there.
Sit
What's
down clear.
your name?
My name's Billy.
Billy Wood.
Don't make me come up with the last name. I'm just a DM.
That is a crazy last name.
And here I thought you said Billy Boy, which would have been a nice callback.
Well, I ain't got that. Not that clever.
Wizardhole.
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 All right, you're definitely getting there second, Rizzo.
Yeah.
All right, so
I,
Animal drops you off in front, I'm guessing? Or?
Well, yeah, I wanna make a show of showing up in my big, expensive car. My car is actually called a what's it called over here? It's a Eurocar Magnifique, you see.
Oh.
And I feel like that says a little bit about my stature that I wouldn't even have to say anything, just bounce to get it.
Yeah, it was it's a car that Eurocar understood that if they made this, it's not a top performing car. It's just a really expensive car. So it comes with a certain clout for that
Yeah,
purpose.
only the best.
Yeah. So you pull up in this Eurocar Magnifique, and you are
Yeah.
dressed to the nines.
Well, yeah, and I want to do something cool with my eyes. I want to walk up and make my pupils disappear so that it looks like I'm wearing sunglasses, even though I'm just got eyeballs.
Because your eyes are all black and your pupils are white, right?
Well, the irises are gold
Oh, okay.
because that's fucking cool.
Yeah. So you do. So you walk up. So as you step out, your eyes go completely black.
Yeah,
And then what do you do?
I say, you know who I am?
The bouncer goes, well, taking it back. No, I don't.
Your boss knows who I am.
Okay.
He's expecting.
Okay. Can you roll persuasion or deception or intimidate? Plus presence in this instance. Now in this instance, unlike yours, where you had nothing to show for yourself, but you're just so damn charming, you've got a lot going for you. You don't need a lot to make this work for you. But I gotta make you do the roll.
Persuasion or persuasion?
I was saying deception, intimidation, or persuasion, whichever you want. Plus presence.
I critically glitched.
Wait, did you? How did you roll?
I rolled 4 dice and I got 3 ones.
All right. So, do you want to use edge? Do you want to use luck to? You want to use a luck point to add some luck to that, or are you good with just critical?
I'm good to just critically glitch.
So as you're saying,
The 3 ones.
what did you say? Like he knows who I am. So as you say he knows who I am, you actually spit like a lot in his face, and then you notice you spit and you try to swallow, but it goes down the wrong pipe.
So I cough.
You start coughing.
Your boss, he's expecting me.
$20.
Fine.
So you shell out the $20. He goes, "Go inside, get a drink. You're paying for it."
I'd like to see if I can steal his social security number as I'm walking in.
How do you want to steal his social security
I
number?
want to hack the shit out of his phone.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so to do this, what you need to do, give me a sleaze off of your cyber deck, plus code breaking, plus I guess in this instance, I feel like what you're working off is intuition. In this instance, often you're doing logic. I feel like in the heat of the moment, you're not thinking clearly. You're just like, I can get that fucking cyber deck, and I'm gonna get that fucking
Yeah, that
shit.
$20. It's fucking shaking me down over here.
So you're gonna steal his identity.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
That's true. Why wouldn't you?
What's most readily at hand?
All right. So his cranial cyber deck, a Sony Thinkman, in his head, he attacks the comlink of the individual.
Sleeves plus what?
Sleaze plus code breaking plus intuition. Now, because Rizzo has a cyber deck, that allows him to get a bunch of bonuses to hacking skills that if other people were just trying to use a cell phone or a normal terminal, it wouldn't. His cyber deck is implanted in his head. It's the Sony Thinkman. And he's using Sleaze, which is one of the 4 stats of a cyber deck, to try to bypass security of the cell phone / comlink.
You got 8.
You got 8 successes? Well, fuck, I got 2.
Well,
so as
sounds like I got that identity, baby.
So as you're walking by,
So now you know his last name.
Now I got those $20 and then some.
his last name
now
is
you know
Boy,
he's going to pay for drinks.
and you've taken his ID. You also have his full contact list. You also have his itinerary. You didn't really have that much in there other than that. Just like days he's working. He's going on his anniversary date on Tuesday.
What's his partner's name?
What's his partner's name? Dolores Boy.
I look back at him and I say, Dolores sends her regards. And then I give him a wink.
He looks at you and kind of like looks and follows you with his eyes, looking confused, and then shrugs. So you have now admin access to his cell phone. So not only did you just get access to his social security number, but if you want to, you can fuck with his contacts. You can start calling people. You can break the phone.
I'm gonna send his dick pic to everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to his mother.
All right, let me get a data processing plus software
You're gonna have to search for the
plus
dick pic.
plus logic again. You can do that on your own while we deal with
You can do that on your own time.
data processing, software, and intuition.
Business before pleasure.
All right. So
No one's ever seen me
Sorry.
cough before.
the bus arrives a 10-minute walk away. Oh no, the train arrives a 10-minute walk away
Okay.
in the Lower East Side. So you
I
get off on the. You took the L train.
L to the J.
L to the J. So you get off on Essex Street.
Yes.
Essex and Delancey. All right.
I pull my shawl above my head so I don't offend anybody. I'm, just walking around, and I walk to the.
Why would you offend people? Because you're old?
I'm very old. Nobody cares about old people.
They're offended by
Well, no, I want to do a dramatic thing later, and I really didn't think about why I would do it now. Please just kind of like,
Go with it.
just let me do this, alright?
I'm so sorry.
I'm asking for this one little thing.
Yes, I pull my shawl above my head, and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm scuttling along, and I reach the door of the venue, and I say, oh my, this style of mine used to be called Strega in the late 90s, but it's been a long time. I doubt this man would let me in, let alone to the VIP section. I walk right up to the man, and I uncover my face from my shawl, and
I don't have any money. I'm sorry.
I say hello, and I cast Swarm, which is Area of Effect.
And what swarm do you produce in this area?
Spider babies.
So you cover everybody in the area with spider
Spider
babies.
babies.
All right. Could you roll that for me?
Yeah.
So that's going to be.
See my biohacking skill.
It's going to be biohacking.
Are these your dice?
They're yours now.
Thank you.
I
It's
failed.
biohacking plus sensitivity. Wait, how did you fail?
I failed.
What'd you roll?
I got no successes.
All right. So
I don't have my
you
dice
attempt to
yet.
send the dick pic. You accidentally log out of the phone and lose access to everything.
Everything?
Yeah, you have to log back. You have to crack it again if you want to get back in.
Do I still have his social security number?
Did you write it? Do you write it down? Here, say it to me right now. You don't remember? You don't fucking remember?
Tell me what it was!
Yeah, but so you didn't make one up. You don't remember. You want to hack it again?
Yeah, it's 69420 90210.
I think that's too many numbers. That's too many. Yeah, you don't remember. That's a show combined with two things you like. But you think that's it. Look, if you want to hack it again, but you definitely logged out and fucked up.
Shit.
Logged out and you fucked up.
This is how you lose $20. Soon you start with $20. You start with trying to hack a dick pic. Sooner or later you end up homeless. That's what my mom used to say.
Do you wander off to the VIP section defeated, or do you hack it again?
I don't want to hack it.
All right, you can do it. Go ahead.
I'm standing behind the entrance, just clicking some buttons.
We'll leave you two in the corner. You want to roll the dice again? You go right ahead. Intuition plus sleaze plus code breaking. All right, so you cast Swarm.
Son,
sensitivity plus biohacking.
I only have my humanity and luck stats. What's my sensitivity score?
Your sensitivity score is probably maxed out. It's probably 6. Not maxed out. It's probably 6.
Yeah, it should be like right over there.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so sorry, that's my bad.
No worries. Oh, time to roll.
So
Oops.
I'm going to roll defense for these people.
Oh, just distracting with spider babies. Oh, let me do a little rhyme as I roll my dice. Okay. Spiders small and spiders many. In the club you pay a pretty penny. Getting drunk and getting horny. But no one told you a proper warning about the spiders that will dawn your face and make you look like a terrible pizza place. Anyway, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right, so you say hello and you sing your song as spider babies crawl out of every crack in the pavement, fall out of every duct in the air conditioning. They slide out of window panes and start to crawl and climb over all of the patrons in the line who were probably hired to make it look like there was a line, as well as Billy Boy. Was that his name?
Yes.
Billy Boy, the bouncer, who starts screaming and trying to rip them off as the swarm envelops and encompasses them. Now, can I ask you, what force level did you cast this spell at? We should have asked that at the
Oh,
beginning.
just, 1.
Force 1? Okay. Well, these people are... Let's call it a force 4, because
Okay.
the number of successes you can get is equal,
Oh.
maxed out by the force you do.
I see, it's a 4.
So you cast a force 4, so now can you roll Drain, please?
Which is, sorry, I need to be reminded.
No, I'll remind you. So every
1,
time you cast a spell, it deals Drain to you, which does damage to you based on a formula. In this case,
Yeah.
what's the Drain equal to? It's F?
It's F-1.
F minus 1. So that's 3 potential stun damage you're going to take.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll. I wrote it at the bottom of your biohacking list.
Yes, my drain is willpower plus composure.
So roll willpower plus composure,
Mm-hmm.
and every success reduces the damage. If you get 3 successes, you take no stun damage. You get no successes, you take 3. Either way, they are rolling. They are rolling on the ground, covered in these bugs. These bugs, of course, are an illusion, but illusion that hits all 5 senses.
They smell like
Any
spiders.
damage they take will be from them clawing at their own skin.
That's 1
I would
stun
like to
damage
ask.
for me.
Am
Okay.
I in the area?
Oh, these
I think
are
you're
really
inside around a corner looking at a thing. Because the thing that's important about these spells is it's line of sight. So if even if you're in the area, if she can't see you, yeah.
I do have an old bag with a bait.
You can't hear me. I'm busy hacking. I gotta see some dick pics cracking.
So you do hear the screaming. What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
So you probably hacked it again. But let me just roll this out.
I'm intent on finding these pics and sending them to his mother.
Oh,
You absolutely crack it again. You gain, this time you do not roll enough to get admin privileges, so you can't access the social security number, but you can access the contacts in the phone and the pictures.
Well, that is $20 down the drain. I am gonna have to send his pics to everyone that I know.
Data processing, software, and intuition again. You also hear screaming now from outside. And what do you
must
do?
have thought I did a good job.
I just scoot on through the door as they're distracted and I find my way to the VIP section. I've been out in the 90s enough to know that you just look at the ropes and you look for the fancy folks. And I can intuit, I think, who my co-runners will be, but if you want me to roll for that, I can.
Well, I think the only co-runner in the VIP section is Dang right now.
Oh, I didn't realize where I was supposed to go. I'm currently standing at the bar, kind of doing a little bit of a hip jive.
So perhaps I'm in the VIP
Yeah.
section by my
To the
by my
music.
lonesome.
You are by yourself.
Yes.
People look at you as you kind of wander in, and then they kind of look at each other
It's
in a.
Strega, but I like to call it Baba Yaga.
They kind of nod at you. They look at each other, and then one of them under their breath says, "It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just let them be in the VIP section."
Did you say intuition, logic, or intuition plus software plus
That's the harsh
data
part.
processing.
The noise is harsh, the moon is full, baby spiders, my heart is full. That was a rhyme full with full right there, don't worry about it.
I got one success.
You got one success. Why are you so bad at rolling this one compared to the other one?
I don't know.
How many dice do you roll?
I rolled a lot. I rolled like 10 die.
God does not believe in dick pics.
All right, your unauthorized action to send the dick pic. The AI software inside the comlink detects you, and it boots you out of the comlink again. It bans the access you used this time as well. You lose access to the comlink. So you're still in the corner. Are you sweating now?
Yeah, but it only makes the gasoline smell stronger.
Okay, beautiful. All right, let's fast forward. Do you want to keep going at it?
No.
I
got to
appreciate
see
that.
the dick pic.
You
That's
got
all
the
that
time.
matters.
So, do you wander over the VIP section? You get a drink first?
Yeah, I need to wet my whistle.
Alright. So you wet your whistle, you pass by a gyrating man, as well as a bunch of people much younger than you, who
Yeah,
are
poorer.
drinking and talking about how they know the guy who owns this place.
I don't give a crap. I got all their social security numbers of 6 my people. If I need sins.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the
Well,
strongest one in the room.
what drink do you get?
Hypnotic.
Yeah, what's a hypnotic?
Hypnotic is a liqueur that is shiny.
Oh, so it's like golden?
No, it's purple.
Oh, but it looks cool. What's the flavor on it?
Disgusting.
Alright. And what are you drinking over here, Dang?
I'm having another Boilermaker, but I do see this very small child sort of standing at the edge of the bar, and I'm wondering, you really shouldn't be serving minors, Mr. Bartender. That's just, I mean, maybe it's Kool-Aid. It is a purple color, so I mean, maybe it's fine for this little one.
The music's really loud. The bartender can't hear you.
I'm thinking this.
Oh, okay.
I'm sort of, but I'm making eyes at the little one, sort of
I'm
like,
hearing it in my mind.
sort of like,
Who's little?
So let's take your Boilermaker.
I don't
Why are you looking at me, friend?
just it's a school night. You know, a wasted mind is a sin against God.
School night, huh?
Well,
What
it's a-
school did you go to? What's your mother's maiden name?
School of Hard Knocks? I'll tell you what.
How many characters is that?
H-A-R-D-K.
I would like to hack his SIM.
Okay,
Right
absolutely. All right, let's roll a once again. Let's do intuition plus sleeves plus code breaking, and you get to roll your device rating times 2.
My Motorola Razr.
Your Motorola Razr. It's vintage, just like your
Well, they re-released it as
Yeah.
like part of the nostalgia pack.
27 years ago.
But you see, the cool thing is, mine's an original.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't got all those fancy doohickeys. Crap.
Are you looking for it?
Yeah, where did I put it?
It's
I think I put it in
Here.
miscellaneous gear.
no,
miscellaneous gear.
it'll be down here in the comlink probably.
Oh, Comlink Razor Scooter, Raider to be. So it's, you said, I'm sorry, what am I rolling
2
again? buddy?
times the rating.
2 times 30. Cool.
So that should be 4 dice. How many dice did you roll?
15.
And how many successes did you get?
7.
All right, you got 1 success. You hack his Motorola Razr. You have full admin privileges, higher than he has on his own phone.
My Motorola's getting hot.
It's doing things it
That's
hasn't done
not
in
the
a long
only
time.
thing getting hot.
So you want to pull the social security number off that bad boy?
Yeah, and a dick pic.
Let's get data processing software and intuition again. And as you do, let's sidle you both over to the VIP section.
Yeah,
right?
I sort of exit away from this small child.
It's getting hot. Do you turn your phone off?
No, I mean I tuck it into my holster.
Okay. Do you take your gun out?
Yeah, I stick that in my pants,
Okay.
in my pocket.
And I see. Oh, you came packing heat.
Can you roll me a palming plus finesse, please?
No one checked my gun.
No, but you pulled out a gun in the middle of a bar.
I wasn't waiting.
Sorry,
I waved it a
East
little.
European harsh noise industrial.
I would like to immediately scream, "This man's got a gun!"
Are you gonna do that?
Barkeep.
Are you pointing at him?
Yeah, excuse me! This man called me small,
And
he's got a gun!
Who's got a gun? I rolled 3 successes.
3 successes.
Why am I so bad at rolling a second
So
time?
the bartender leans over and says, you need to be quiet or we're going to have to 86 you from the bar. No one saw the gun, except you. How many successes did you get?
None.
Can you roll? It doesn't matter. All right, so you failed to get the thing. The Motorola Razr from 2006 detects your unauthorized access and kicks you out. You lose all admin privileges.
See, that they made them good back in the old days.
You didn't even know what I was doing.
It's just not as hot anymore.
That's how I know it's working.
Okay. So do you wander over to the VIP section?
Yeah.
All
Away
right.
from this weird. I gotta say, he does smell delectable.
Okay. And you, and you wander into the VIP section, and the only person there is an old woman.
Oh, ma'am, are you lost?
Oh, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh God, this is what they call the VIP section here?
And I stare into his eyes.
Oh boy.
Is this where you're supposed to be?
Well, I suppose we'll find out.
And you see Rizzo's in here with you now as well.
You seem suspicious as all hell. Now I assume we're gonna be working together?
Oh, no, couldn't be that. What are you
doing here, Slick?
Well, I mean, I'm here for some gainful employment, but
What do you think I'm here for?
well, maybe you're here for some gainful employment too, my friend. But I don't consort with criminals, so.
A man steps up. A
You
large,
brought a
hulking man steps up
to a bar.
as you're saying that. Steps up. He looks around and goes, 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for 3 people. You all come to VIP section as a funny joke, or you come here because you're supposed to be in here?
I'm supposed to. I think I'm pretty VIP important.
What
about
joke starts with an old bag, a cowboy, and a perfectly fine, beautiful gentleman such as myself?
That's why I'm asking questions. All I know is 3 people. I count 1, 2, 3. Are you all supposed to be here for a job, or is one of you doing big funny jokes?
That sounds like, well, you're right.
Yeah, you too, old lady? You here for a job?
Oh, I certainly am.
I don't understand, but come with me. Follow me. He pushes 2 of the other guards out of the way and walks you through this harsh noise venue, past the stage, and into a door around back. Then holds the door open for you as you all walk through into this hallway. It's much more run down, concrete, fluorescent lighting overhead. You pass by some offices, some storage rooms, a green room where other performers are, and then you round a corner to an elevator. There's stairs on the right, but he takes you to the elevator. Walking in, pulls you into the elevator. He hits the floor marked B for basement, you presume. And then he turns around, looks at all of you, and says, "Do any of you have weapon on you? I must insist. You give me a weapon. I put it away. I give it back to you when you come out. Here, I have." And he takes out a basket, a woven basket. He goes, "Here, I will close my eyes. Do not need to know. You put the weapon in basket. And then I will give it back to you afterwards. Or, if you prefer, I keep eyes open, so I know who to give weapon to who. But honor system one way or the other. Will you choose? I have eyes closed now. You tell me if I need to open eyes."
I'll
Like
say.
you're gonna put your tool in there?
Well, you mean this thing? And I reach my hand down the front of my pants and pull out a gun.
I presume my eyes are closed. If you pulled out the gun,
Oh,
I
I
heard
thought-
shake of gun. Put it in basket.
Okay, well, yeah, just this one's mine.
Okay, put it in. You want me to look at it?
Yeah, one eye though.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look
Oh,
at
that's
it.
good. See?
Oh, 60s. Very
Yeah.
good. Anybody else have weapon? You have weapon? I see stick, but you keep
Touch
the
his
stick.
hand. The further down into the earth we go,
Your hand is very wet. I don't understand. I don't understand what you say. I don't understand the humidity within your own body. It is not humid outside. You got a weapon?
Does it look like I need a weapon to do my job?
We're going to pat you down. If you don't have a weapon, you're going to get talking to. Okay, just one gun and basket. He rattles it around and goes, pathetic basket. Puts it down, shoves it away, puts a sign on it that says, do not touch somebody else's. He goes, it's safe. And the elevator hits the ground floor, and he walks you into another, like, very small room, concrete again. You see some ventilation ducts overhead, so like a dolly, some boxes in the corner. And then right ahead of you is a big vault-like door. He walks up to the door, presses a button on an AR code. All of you you both with augmented reality eyes, you can see this like orange augmented reality panel comes up. He presses a button and he talks into it. He says, yes, it's Boris. Bartholomew, are you in there? Yeah, let me in. I have the 3. Okay, very good. The door, you hear a bunch of clinking and clunking, and the door opens up. Come into an airlock inside of that door, which closes behind you. So another vault door in front of you, the one behind you. And then Boris walks over to a wall, presses a couple buttons, and you hear a bunch of chunking around you, then a whirring. And then a panel on the right where all the buttons were green suddenly turn red. And then he waits a moment for this humming to happen, and then it stops. What you all kind of like, if any of you are looking at it, you probably aren't, but you, because it's internal, you see that your connection on your cyber deck is decreasing rapidly in this room. This is like a Faraday cage or something that's dropping the quality of your thing. You could try to preserve your quality if you want, or you could let them sap it down to no connection. It'll come back. It's just for now you wouldn't be able to access any internet or access other people's comlinks.
I would want to stay connected.
Okay, so let's get a code breaking. Let's get a code breaking plus attack.
This is the first.
Plus code breaking plus well, I guess sleaze in this instance. So code breaking, sleaze plus logic or willpower. Let's do willpower to stay connected. Then he does a pat down of everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys don't have anything else on you, right? You two?
I do. They're inside of me.
Oh, but you don't have like a gun on you or a weapon. He's just looking for weapons. And he did not roll high enough to find any of your stuff, Rizzo. What'd you roll?
I got 4 successes.
Okay, let me roll against that. Okay. You fail to access the, you fail to do it. You manage to maintain a bar, and then you drop off and lose connection to everything. Once that's done, the whirring is done. The other vault door opens automatically, and you see in front of you a room not like upstairs. Upstairs was this like black painted, graffitied over like industrial noise space. It's made to look dark. It's made to look dirty. It's got a lot of like wrought iron and chain link and just a bunch of colored lights everywhere. It's very modern, but an old school kind of like post-industrial way. They're trying to bring back, you know, the noise industrial traditions of e-music of the 2020s. But down here, it's completely different. You actually hear classical music come to ear, and you see a room in the French Baroque style, polished marble floors, polished wood, beautifully painted paintings on the wall, framed well. There's a piano playing itself in the corner, and Boris walks in immediately, and he kind of like looks at all of you and flicks toward the end of the room where there's this beautiful table and a tall armchair with somebody sitting beside it. And Boris wanders over to a nice desk chair, sits down, and starts playing dominoes with some other guy wearing a black suit similar to him in build. The room is carpeted. It's nice. It smells nice. There's a bar at the corner where you can make your own drink. And at the far end is a man wearing a fur coat, a prominent nose. He's missing one tooth, but he looks young. He has a natural smile to him. when he sees you sort of walk halfway across the room, he stands up and he goes, "These must be the 3 runners I heard about that I had sent out to be hired. You are all here on time. This is so new to me. Come over here. Sit down." And then you notice as you walk a little closer, there's another man standing to his right-hand side. Could you describe yourself, Nick?
So I'm looking. I am closed, suited to the environment. So again, just a plain, well-tailored black suit. I look a bit rough around the edges, like a pretty craggy face. Hair cut very, very short, like the barest of buzz cuts.
Okay.
You can't. It's so short you can't really tell whether it's blonde or brown.
Gotcha.
Just looking pretty lithe, pretty lithe, but you can't really tell too much otherwise.
How are you standing? Are you standing with, like, authority, or are you standing casually?
I stand like a perfect butler.
Okay.
So like back straight, perfect posture,
Okay.
and I look as if I look unmoving, and again, like if you were to look just casually look across the scene, probably wouldn't even really notice me.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. As he's walking, he looks at you and looks at the rest of you and goes, "Look at this traditional party of people that get hired for a job. We have high disciplined man stick right up butt. Then we have over here, we have the suave gentleman, and then we have the old crone, and then we have the rat man. It's the perfect mix of people for, I feel good about this job, and it is a very important job. Come sit, pull up a couch, get a drink, and then we will talk about this. Nick, how do you feel about this array of people? That one's kind of old, that one looks like rat, that one's also kind of old, but he doesn't look it. What do you feel?" That's my instincts right off the bat.
Possibly solid. We'll see. I mean, I know I've seen a couple of them around, so.
Have you?
Yep.
Well, I have not. I usually do not send out these dice, give it to somebody else. Well, tell me what you know. What have you heard about these people? Have you heard about the old lady?
No, never seen her.
It's weird she's here. It's weird, right? Yeah.
Yep.
What about the rat man?
Ratman, I think I've seen him around some clubs. Certainly likes to smash his cash.
Okay. All right. I like a man who likes to
Yeah, I
smash
recognise
his cash.
the aftershave.
Do you?
Yep, it's very
Sorry.
distinctive.
It's a sign of a good aftershave.
Do you say that?
Yeah, I say it. Look at my grit.
And what about the men who look like men with bulletproof turtleneck?
I'm familiar with Zhang.
Dang.
Yep.
Dang good name. Ha!
Your name's Dang?
What's your fun name, sir?
I'm not telling you that.
Well, it certainly isn't as good as Dang.
Good
So,
at his job, but unusual for him to be out for this kind of thing.
is it? Interesting. Well, it's a good job. I guess they pull out the best for this one.
Dang, don't you dang know it.
I
What
have
kind-
a question.
Oh, what is it? Oh, pardon me. My name's Duncan. Duncan Dragovich. What is your name?
I'm your mother, Sary, but you can call me the witch.
Your hands are very wet. Don't know. It's not that humid. We have air conditioning in here.
It's the wetness of moss from the ground.
What was your question?
This room, it's so far under the ground and yet so bright and so of the surface.
Yes, that's we like to think of it as poetic irony. Also, it's nice. It's a harsh noise venue upstairs. We think even more ironic this way. Did you get a drink? Get a drink, please.
Oh, well, all right.
What do you make for yourself? What do you all make for
Well,
yourselves?
what do you having, little lady?
Beet vodka? I'm going to assume that's available.
Well, it is. We have beef vodka. We also have ginger vodka.
I am a psychic after all.
I would like to walk behind the bar with a little shake of my tail feather and play bartender for a minute.
Okay.
What do I roll on that?
Do you have performance?
I do not.
All right. Well, let's roll charm plus your lack of performance. So that's a charm -1.
Okay.
Or you know what?
Doesn't matter.
What'd you get? 3 successes? Well, you are just the charmingest bartender ever. What do you make for yourself?
Oh, you know what I stick with. Although they do have some top shelf liquor,
Okay.
so we will be taking some of that.
Take it with you?
No, just for the old shooter there.
Alright. So you're making a Boilermaker +1.
Yeah, this one just said vodka beet juice, so I just sort of pour
No,
that.
no, sorry. I don't mean to intrude, but beet infused vodka. Just the vodka.
Well, so you've got a giant beet juice vodka over
I
here.
sort of hand you a cup about yay high that's filled to the brim.
Who am I to refuse a good root, young man?
What do you make for Rizzo?
I'm gonna Rizzo. I'm gonna roll an actual perception on this. We got off on the wrong foot. I don't mean to be doing it in my stick.
What are you trying to do? Because it might be empathy, depending on what you're trying to do.
Make him what I think he would actually
That's
enjoy,
empathy. That's empathy.
but
Not
maybe
mine.
something he's never had.
Okay, that's empathy, my good man.
Okay.
I think you got to roll empathy plus presence for that one.
Dang good.
I'd like to peruse the bar and pocket some of the nicer bottles.
All right, let's get a perception, and then we'll do a sleight of hand after, and then we'll do a legerdemain after
I
that.
want the
Critically
the
glitched.
highest, the nicest bottle of champagne. I want the nicest bottle of aged bourbon,
Okay.
and I want to.
Where are you gonna put them? In your.
My hidey holes.
Let me get a perception. But first, before that, what is the worst possible drink Rizzo would want?
Microwave some Gatorade.
Yeah, a hot toddy.
A hot toddy
with
Gatorade.
With a hot toddy with vodka.
Okay, so you make him a hot
The hot body.
microwaved hot toddy with vodka as your perusing thing. Let's get a perception test from you, and then a palming test.
Perception.
Perception level. I keep an eye on these guys.
All right, roll perception.
What did you want, tall man?
Give me a perception test while you're doing that.
Yeah.
What's perception plus?
Perception plus intuition.
Thank you. I don't drink on the job.
Oh.
Dragovich goes.
Duncan, what you after?
The beet vodka sounds good.
Oh.
Beet vodka.
Same size?
Peter,
Same size.
I would be remiss if I did not drink more than old lady.
Oh, 2 glasses.
Or at least try to. It's Baba Yaga's tale, right? You drink as much as old lady. If you fail, you try. Right?
So what do you want me to perception plus
Intuition.
In my case, if you fail, you die.
Well, I don't like... Should I not do this then?
Oh, just don't test me. You can equal me, but do not try to surpass. In
Okay.
my domain, which is beneath the ground.
Give me less. Give me slightly less than you give her,
That's
so I
very-
cannot surpass
That's
her.
Yeah.
very polite, thank you.
3, by the way.
What'd you get?
4 successes.
4 successes on perception. Give me palming now. That's finesse plus palming. So this is where you need to beat yours. So you spot some nice stuff up there. Let's get finesse plus palming against the 4 that Nick rolled for perception.
3.
The 3, sorry. All right. So you make Dragovich. You make Dragovich's drink. You get everybody gets their. What'd you get?
5 successes.
5 successes. You do not notice as he steals the nicest champagne. Now let's roll it again for the nicest bourbon.
Shadows run and shadows walk, shadows listen, shadows talk. Drink
4.
the vodka with a
Okay,
base.
you managed to steal
Some new
both
friends,
the
perhaps,
finest bourbon
don't
and the finest champagne without anyone noticing. You're just like noticing, looking at the label of something else as you slide it into your compartments in your cyberarm. All right.
Also, can I do an sensing check for like these dudes?
Absolutely, yeah. That's let me get intuition plus the sensing.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's put everybody. You've got your drinks. You come back in front of Dragovich. You hand him his giant beet vodka.
Mm-hmm.
He tastes a drink. Goes beet vodka, my favorite root that is red. Cheers, my lady.
Yeah. So going around the table, 3.
Okay.
2 on her.
Okay.
So, okay. And 5 on him.
All right. I think we should probably resist this. Jensine, could you give me a willpower plus? Ooh. I guess I'm trying to think what it would be. I guess willpower plus etiquette, plus a sensing.
Plus the
Please.
sensing.
Willpower plus the sensing. Could you all do that for me, please? Could you do that too? Willpower plus the sensing, everybody. What were the numbers again? 3, 2,
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. 2? Okay. What did you get?
2.
Okay. Alright, so you detect nothing off of, Mother Sary. You detect that Dang has no psychic ability whatsoever. And what did you roll?
No successes.
And you detect that Rizzo also has no psychic ability whatsoever.
No.
But you are unclear about Sary.
I am pretty clear about Sary.
Okay.
Without having a sensing check.
So you're here in front of Dragovich now, all of you. And Dragovich says, okay, here we are. Forerunners, one big mission. I have to say, this is a good job. It's contracted out to me, I contracted it out to others. Now here we are. Now, I like to start off on a good level, to get everybody excited. I'm willing to offer each one of you three 20,000 in either US dollars or cartel coin. Whichever one suits you. And I am willing to pay it as much up front as you like. Of course, you pay up front and you not deliver. We understand. But I'm in a position of power and I'm feeling very generous with this job. But on top of that, I'm willing to give each one of you, all three of you, favor from Dragovich. Many people have killed to get favor from Dragovich. I say to my friend over here, Nick, I say to him, do you want 20,000? He says no. But what he says is, when I say, would you like favor? What do you say, Nick?
I want a favour.
You want a favor?
Always a favour.
A favor, absolutely. Now, favor could be brand new fancy sports car, or a favor could be, no more debts. Favor could be no more leash. Favor could be, perhaps, I don't know, a apartment, maybe down payment. We don't, not the whole thing, but we pay down payment on apartment. You know, favor's worth a lot. Maybe perhaps VIP status, all Dragovich clubs, all drugs you want. You think about that, but money's good. I tell you right up front, the money's good. So are we excited about the money? Can I get a little clapping for the money?
Hey, yeah, that's great.
It's about showmanship. I feel like usually people do this, they don't have the showmanship.
Can I take a guess at what those bottles that I stole are worth?
Not right now. You have to think about it. You just know they're kind of expensive.
Okay.
Why? You just want to know.
'Cause I
for
feel
yourself.
like I could get more than $20,000 out of these guys.
Oh, you're guessing from that? Oh, yeah. 20,000 feels like, yeah, you maybe could negotiate on top of that. I think you'd always negotiate in these situations. These guys are rich. 20,000 each is a lot, but you want to negotiate? Say something.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
I feel like 20,000 is a little bit of a low number there.
What do you base that off of? We come in, you don't even know job. 20,000 plus favor from Dragovich, plus drinking beats, or in your case, what is that? Tati?
This is garbage. It's garbage. But
I don't
yeah,
like
I
this.
can,
Oh,
I
well,
can
the
see that you're a man of taste. I
Well,
can
look
see
at
that
the-
you're a man of class and
This
stature.
hurt. Authentic synthetic moose.
I'm saying that I didn't come all the way down here to be insulted. So
All right.
I would appreciate a more consistent offer with what I know your means and also the requirements of the job.
What do you propose, Mister? What was your name?
You can call me the rat.
Mr. the Rat. What do you propose?
I say 60 each.
60,000 each. This must be laugh. But I do not see you dancing with arms crossed, feet kicking up while low to floor.
No, that would be a joke. And I'm not here to make jokes. I'm here to make money.
60,000. He lets off a spree in Russian for a second. Looks at you, says some curses in Russian to you, and turns back and goes, 60,000. What is this?
Do you want the job done right? Or do you want to hire some schmuck that's
$60,000.
$20,000?
That is how much money I pay to get psychic dampeners put in this place to decrease the power of you crazy psychic freaks. But it is good product, right? Eh? Do you feel your psychic powers weaken? Do you, Nick? Do you feel them? Can you roll a willpower plus a sensei?
Yep.
Let me roll the psychic dampener and see how much it's affecting you.
Well, I mean, whatever he said, however it affects me, I say it does a great job.
Oh, that's
So-
what you're going to do? Alright.
But if you're curious, 2 successes.
It does nothing to you. It affects you not at all.
Yeah. Does a good job, sir. Good enough, anyway.
Very good. And you do you feel yourself crippled under the weight of your psychic things? I assume you're psychic. You're old lady. I assume there's no other reason for you to be here. I'm sorry if
In terms
that's...
of dampening, I am always damp with the dew of the moss.
Excellent. I get straight answer from you. I get the cool, creepy answer from her. I feel good. But 60,000 put psychic dampener. You put psychic dampener on my mood this evening, asking for so much money. You should roll a persuasion on this. You need a lot of successes. This is insane. This is an insane number. Give me I want you to take a -4 to the roll. I'm gonna roll against you. Take a -4. Persuasion
Or
plus
to the
charm.
floor.
-4.
I roll no dice.
You can roll luck if you want to add luck.
I want to roll luck.
Okay, so erase one of your luck scores. Your number of luck points is equal to the number of luck you have, so you have 3 luck points. That'll give you 3 luck dice. It would basically be edge in any other circumstance. Are you going to do something?
Depending on how this goes, yeah.
Okay. So edge in Shadowrun, he gets to roll 3 dice. These dice, unlike most, if you roll a 6, they explode, meaning that you get the success and you get to re-roll them again. What'd you get? Oh, shit.
3 so far.
Holy shit.
3.
You got 3 total?
Yes.
By the way, do I know how much his head is worth on the... Are you on the net thing? Is his name on the net thing?
Yeah, let's roll to see if you actually know about it, though. Can we give you can we roll a research investigation plus...
You got an old
logic
bag.
to see if you know it.
Yeah.
You got a dandy. And you got a yes man. But you don't have a professional.
He goes, you have good point. And I like what you do, but 60,000, far too much. He also got 3 successes, by the way.
Well, I don't
One
mean
success.
I think you know he's worth a lot, but I don't think you know how much.
Yeah.
I think you know that he's worth at least 100,000, if not more. Perhaps more than that. He's not worth $1 million, though. He's not like number 1 on the list.
Yeah. I mean, 60k is nearly as much as your head is worth. We all know that.
Is your head worth money, Mr. Rat?
It's on the list. I mean, presumably you're not taking somebody else's name in vain.
I will
Always
let
be right.
my experience speak for itself.
What were you gonna do?
I feel like we're getting off on the wrong foot here. I rolled
4.
No, I may be nothing more than...
Rolling,
than a
man.
cowboy. But I feel as though our old friend here was maybe just looking out for our best interest. But I'm sure we'd all be plenty happy with 30.
30 is good. 30 is good. Well, is 30 agreeable, Mr. Ratman?
30 is acceptable.
30 is
considering
Hey,
what the
all
job
right, boys.
is.
Why don't we all just
Why
take
don't
off
you give
our
us a
shirts
little
and
bit
wrestle?
more information about what we're
All
going to
right.
be doing?
We will put a pin in that. We will put a pin in that.
So, Mr. Rat, do you fancy a better drink? I can definitely offer that.
What are you pouring?
What do you want, eh? I mean, the bar is pretty big.
I want Remy Martin. I want it in my glass right now.
Did he palm the Remy Martin? Which bottle didn't?
You wouldn't have palmed the one that you're
Yeah.
asking for. Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't.
Good.
All right.
But it probably also, the Remy Martin wouldn't be the most expensive thing on the shelf.
I would
I'm
also
pretty
say,
damn
had
sure.
he glitched, not critically glitched, that might have just happened, but no.
Yeah,
All
it would
right.
have been funny, but no.
So
Yeah.
while you're pulling the drink, are you doing anything?
Yeah, no, I'm serving up his drink.
So while you're serving up the drink, you're within earshot. Dragovich starts talking about it. He goes, okay, so John, starts rubbing his fingers together. He says, there is a train. It's coming from Michigan on Amtrak. Coming to New York City. World famous Penn Station. It will come into New York City, and it will stay for 3 hours before it goes down all the way down the East Coast to Florida, the land of Time Warner Disney. There, it will, of course, stop, and it is of no use to us. What is also of no use to us is Michigan. But what we do want is those 3 hours in Pennsylvania Station. Now, on this train is not normal train. It is hardened train, prison train. And on this train, there is a prisoner that the people who hired me would like you to kill. This prisoner number, 0496. That is all information we have. We know that from Michigan, the prison they are in there, the vault, untouchable. Once the train gets all the way down to the playground in Orlando, Florida, untouchable. The trains themselves, largely untouchable. We're talking hardened trains, 24 soldiers aboard, full suite of combat drones, 2 hard suits. And the people running these trains, Lockhart Security. Lockhart Security, could I get survival tactics from people who have it? If you don't have it, don't roll it. Survival tactics, so give me logic plus survival tactics. If you've got it. So, Lockhart Security. They are not fucking around.
2 successes.
Okay? 1 success.
4 successes.
And what'd you get?
3.
Okay, so all of you know that Lockhart Security is a private security force that comes out of Lockheed Aerospace and Psychiatrics, one of the largest weapons manufacturers with ties to the government. It's one of the more elite private security forces, probably like second or third on the list of private security companies, and there are a lot now. But they're incredibly powerful. They're incredibly well equipped.
And psychiatrics?
Lockheed Aerospace and Psychiatrics. So this Lockhart Security, they're known to be incredibly well equipped, though they don't have as many contracts. That's why they're not considered one of the more dangerous men. They're like more selective.
Do they also run the prison, or is that a separate private company?
They could if it's the right venue, but that seems really expensive. These guys are really expensive. They're low rent officers. Lockhart is a lot.
They are boutique.
Yes, exactly. They're a boutique, and they are. So, and you also probably have had with your 3 and your 4, you probably have intimate relations based on your past. You've probably had run-ins with them before. These guys are elite. They're really good. They're hired out of special forces, ex-military. They're not fucking around. So he says, so if train is no good, if Michigan is no good, if Florida is no good, and if other train is no good, then God bless the Big Apple. We must go to Pennsylvania Station, where inside little-known holding cell, inside the New York Police Department LLC presents Lost and Found plus security offices.
It's a good presentation.
There is inside holding cell. This holding cell will have in it, of course, our prisoner 0496. They will be there for roughly 3 hours, coming off train while they wait for trains to be shifted around before they make their way out. I need you in there. And I need you put bullet right in head of 0496. And then, ideally, you get out. This job, extremely important. This opportunity to kill this prisoner once in lifetime. That is why I pay you well. That is why I give you favor. Because I might get favor myself from higher power. Mwah! If you accomplish job. Now, I have procured a bit of information. I went online, myself. I pulled up map of Pennsylvania Station. Now, I did notice there's no map of security station. You might have to look that up yourself. But the map of Pennsylvania Station, I put right here. And he takes out a little flash drive-like card, puts it on the table. It's the kind of thing where you guys can like swipe your comlinks over it and absorb the information. Goes right here. Map. Visitor Center. I found it. Other than that, I think I have nothing else for you. What I want is to give you private comm code that you can contact not me, but Boris. One of the guys playing dominoes looks up. Hey, goes, Boris, write down your comm code, private comm code for burner. Give it to these men and women. I'm sorry that you might be able to send code once job is done. And then we set up another meeting. I give you remainder of your money, and maybe we discussed favor. And then maybe I take you out to dinner. We discuss favor later. But as I say, money up front, whatever. I'm not worried about it. So tell me, is this $30,000? You go to Pennsylvania Station, nice beautiful place in New York City, perhaps you have yourself pierogi. While you wait, then, you walk into station, bing bang boom, you kill a few contract police officers, and you shoot prisoner. Who cares if prisoner die? They in there for a reason. And then you go home, you watch Friends Seinfeld on television. Have a great night. What $30,000 for this? You should be paying me for such a great offer.
Who's the prisoner?
I have no idea. 0496. You get into the computer so you can find out all you want. I'd love to know.
What's
I'll
he to
pay
you?
you find out. It's not to me. I told you. Job was contracted out to me. Paulson gave me this job. I hire people. I take job. That's the situation. Look, you can ask him. We have a relationship. He's going on job with you. Do not think of it as supervisor. But he is supervising to make sure that everything goes properly and that things go well. Which is partly why I'm being so generous and giving you money up front. Isn't that right, Nick? I am a generous man. Look I let drugs and things go on in my bars.
Whose prison is it?
Whose prison? I mean, you can look that up. It's the Vault. I think many people. It's privately owned, I presume. They all are these days. Look, all I'll say is it is a little strange that Lockhart Security is running the prison. That's a bit strange. Or not prison, sorry, prison train. That's a bit strange. But you know, they're paying a lot of money to try to have this prisoner killed. Most prisoners are not worth this. A job like this normally would be, yes, way less security, but we're talking $3,000 head to kill ordinary bagman, person who steal $10 donut from Kmart. That's not a $3,000 job. That's a $3 each job. Do we have understanding? I feel like I'm explaining myself perfectly clear.
Well, sounds good to me.
We all gotta work together?
Yes, that is the whole point.
How...
We all have talents, sir.
Yeah, look at the talent. Look, she drank beat more than me, and I am young man comparatively. And look over here, bartender magnifique. And look over here, we have man who knows to ask for money. Too much money, of course, but he knows to ask. And then over here, trusted ally, beautiful, graceful Nick. He reaches over, he kisses you on both cheeks, slaps you a little bit lightly, turns around, stands up. Vodka, everybody. Let's do it. All right? Train, by the way, it come in 3 days. It's Wednesday now. It come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 days. Friday. It come Friday night. Very late. Technically Saturday morning. You understand.
I go behind the bar and pour 4 shots of vodka.
What's that com
Yes.
code?
Boris wrote down on a piece of paper a com code and gives it to you. It's just Boris's com code. It's just a phone number, basically. I'm not going to write. I'm not gonna,
Memory check.
no. Just, if you write it down, you don't have to roll a memory check, because it means you wrote it down.
Do you fancy reconvening upstairs? We can go over some of the particulars.
Well, alright.
Yes, I have very much work to do, he says, as he pulls out a drawer full of some powders that he takes a razor blade out and starts chopping up on the table. He goes, very much work.
When can we expect our payment to go?
I said, you want up front or you want it then? You say nothing, I assume you want it after. When do you want payment?
I'd like half up front.
Half up front, very good. He rummages around in a desk, pulls out an empty cred stick, and slides his comm link above it, taps something on his AR that you can't see, and then hands you the cred stick. He goes, slide it yourself. Very good. And then he pulls it back. He goes, did you want cartel coin or US dollars? 1 second. And he does a few more things and then hands it back to you. So you as a hacker, you could if you wanted to. It's his AR is set to private. Most people's are, so they can only see it. You could hack to see what's going on if you wanted.
I
but
thought I couldn't.
you could hack.
Because of...
Oh, no, you can. Okay, you're right. In this space you can. But normally you could. Just saying. He hands you the card, say he goes, 15,000 cartel coin.
Can I recognize what kind of machine he's using?
Oh, like the make and model?
Mhm.
Roll perception. Anybody else? You want the money up front, or are you...
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing, but I may need to take all up front.
All of it up front. My man who likes to live fast and invest early. I like this. You want US dollars or cartel coin?
Oh, U.S. dollars. I don't know what this cartel is all about. It seems a little flim flam, honestly.
He does the same thing. He goes, flim flam! I like you. Here, check it
thanks.
yourself.
I got 5 successes.
Yes.
I
yes.
played it.
you notice that it is it's a Motorola Ultra Razr 3300. That is latest brand. Just came out last week. Probably had a task rabbit waiting in line for a long time to get that bad boy. And you, Miss Grave Lady Witch, what would you like money up front or?
Oh, this task to me comes from the collective mind. So money now, money later. It's all just the worm with its tail.
I will give you all the money right now. He says as he leans down and scans the whole thing. Goes, I do not know what this means, but I take fear of old creepy lady like you. It comes from my homeland.
I curtsy.
He goes, always good to get a curtsy from creepy old lady, wouldn't you say? You're from fucking Brooklyn, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Well, you probably played the video game.
Always respect our elders.
Right, and also, we're the witch lady. You probably played the video game. They have a lich. You understand. That's enough information. All right, let me get into these whites, and you guys go enjoy upstairs, please. Here, take these. And he pulls out a set of tickets, and he rips off 2 drink tickets for each of you. He hands it. He goes, 2 drinks each. Very good. Get the fuck out of here. And Boris and Bartholomew stand up, 2 hulking men, and they kind of like flank you and walk you out through the airlock. Your connections start hopping back up
When I was about to ask, when does the connection pop back up?
inside the airlock.
And can you hack remotely, or do I need to have?
You can hack remotely, but not inside the Faraday cage. So you can't hack inside of it.
Can I hack outside of it into it?
No, you can't access it inside at all. Your only way would have been to maintain connection inside. So you go back up, and you are now, I presume, in the East European harsh noise industrial skin.
Yeah. Alright, could we get a room?
Boris goes, yes, of course. He leads you up a catwalk into a room on the
Boris.
side.
One sec. I think the damper needs a tune-up.
He goes, really?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell him.
But, you
Between
know,
you and me, we understand.
so yeah, get John in. He knows his shit.
Okay.
See what we can do.
Nick, thank you for this. Otherwise, it would have been on my head if I got his head blown off by goddamn psychic crazy monster. And with that, Boris has just closed you in the room. He's turned on the white noise generator that cuts some of the harsh noise coming from downstairs, but not all of it. Told you he's going to send a server up, but now you're in here alone. The room has a table in the middle of it, and then all sorts of like cushions and chairs around it. You can lay down, you can bunch them up and sit on them, sit in a chair. Everything is painted black and looks antique and dirty, like it was pulled out of a dumpster of an antique store. And let me send it to you guys.
So, one could say that we are 4 Shadowrunners, but to me, this has been foreshadowed.
Alright. That was fucking strange. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never heard of any of your names. I can't speak to your abilities, but I know that I am a professional, and I know people who will definitely give us some more information about what's going on this here train.
Who do you know?
That's for me to know and for you to find out, maybe if you're lucky.
I bet I know.
Have you heard of the Muppets?
Oh, yeah, I used to love. Man, what a wacky bunch of felt creatures.
Yeah, well, they're not on Sesame Street anymore, so I'm
Were
gonna
they?
give them a call.
Oh.
And
You know them? Waka Waka.
Yeah. So you think you can verify 0496 then?
ideally, I would like to verify who this perpetrator is. Decide if it's worth killing him. Now, it is very strange that
It is
they
very
offered
much
to.
worth killing him. It's worth a favor and a lot of money, which what are you gonna offer?
Yeah, well, all right. Here's my question:
I
though.
got
Why
all
is
of
the
it.
money being offered up front, all full, paid for, no questions asked? If we haven't even agreed to do the job yet,
Mr. Dragovich is a generous man, as he said.
there's a lot of things that don't add up here. But only after a phone call that I make to my Muppets will we get more information pertinent to our investigation.
I mean, I do think we want to make sure, for our employers' sake, that 0496 is in fact there when we try and go in.
That's a good point.
And yeah, because we do want him scragged, he wants him scragged, and you see,
Yeah, and I'm not trying to get scragged in the process.
he's
so.
getting the job from up top, and if they're trying to screw him, we want to make sure they get screwed instead.
The witch sounds like she wants to say something.
Oh, I'm just fully agreeing. I'm here for the use of my psychic abilities. Some of them are probing, some of them are killing, some of them are illusory. I also have an extremely large gun that can be mounted upon a tripod or to the roof of a car.
You got
Bang,
a large
bang.
gun?
It's really exceedingly massive. So we're
Okay.
going to need to go down to Glendale.
You got it on you?
No, son. We're going to need to go down to Glendale
Okay,
between now and then and grab it.
that was unexpected. I have to admit, I did not think that the old lady would have a big gun.
Well,
You
that's
obviously
why I
haven't been
announced
in the
it.
city for long, huh?
Old ladies with guns all over the place.
So old ladies with guns, it's like my grandma always said. Carry a big gun and you got a big stick.
I have a large stick too.
You fight around with
Gotta meet your grandma.
fuckos and you swing you a dick pic. That's where I got my creed and code from.
Yep.
Rest
Look,
your soul.
I may be dressed like this now, but I fought my way up here. So, if you want to diss me and my cred, welcome to try out my fists. But for now, we want to work together.
That's the oddest invitation to a fight I think I've ever heard. I would like to crinkle all my weird mechanical knuckles
Okay.
loudly as I can.
You turn up the auditory crinkling on your installed specifically into your high quality arm. All right.
It sounds like.
Are you threatening, or is it just sort of like?
No,
you're
it's just a cool thing I can do.
Oh, okay.
Well, I hate to.
Yeah, nice gift.
I hate to
Anyway,
be.
so you think you can get us in? You think you can get us info? I can. If you need to get in somewhere or need somebody beaten up, I'm your man. I can't get you info.
I can say I'm here for access. You may not know this, but of course y'all do. I was the youngest detective in the NYPD once it became LLC. Those boys in blue, they love me. They patrol the exteriors. I can walk on through there. They'll roll out the veritable red carpet.
They have a saying about cops.
What's that?
They say they're all bastards.
Well, I don't know who my mother is, but thank you for bringing that up.
I'm glad I could get under your skin.
You did not.
We are within the skin of the venue. Great skin.
Enough with the funny jokes, okay? We gotta figure out how we're gonna deal with the 496 here.
Well, I hold my gun up. I assume I retrieved it from my basket. They said a bullet. I don't see the rest of you with any firearms. Bang bang.
Did you fire it?
Huh?
No.
No, I said bang bang.
I would like to flick out my spur.
Okay.
Just do something a little flashing.
Sure.
Look, Mr. Rat, it's nice gear, but it's better to keep it hidden.
I don't understand why this gentleman is being so aggressive.
Look,
towards
You
me.
poured me a hot Gatorade earlier.
Well, I thought you seemed like a man who needed a sports drink. Electrolytes seem low. You seem mad.
You've been doing nothing but insult me since we got into this skin bar. Now, I don't appreciate it, but I do respect your metal, and I hope that we can work well together. Just don't get in my face.
I wasn't in his face. I was minding my own business.
So, do you think you can get us more info on the prisoner and some of the deal around that?
I'll
What do
make
you
some
think-
calls.
What do you think you can get us?
Well, like I said, I can get me inside and maybe somebody else into the station. I definitely have contacts within the NYPD LC. I don't know if I told you folks before, but I was the youngest detective when the NYPD became LLC. So, like I said, carpets.
Yeah.
I can also provide muscle.
Okay.
in necessary situations, as well as I may be able to find out why the security team that's on this is so high caliber. Which I also have quite a sick ride. So for a getaway,
Oh.
count on the flying tomato.
Can you fit a RPK HMG Russian military heavy gun in it?
I do not know.
Well, we could try. And if you need to take me along on any reconnaissance, I can touch someone and probe their mind. And other stuff. Just let me know.
You seem fun at parties.
And again,
I've been
I think it'd be
partying.
useful to have a bit of a recce. So what's up?
Invisibility, you know how it is. I sense energy from you, son. Dost you connect with the web of the brain?
Yeah, I've got my skills.
Well, we shall see, we shall sense. Let the bugs recompense.
Are you about to cast
Pour
Storm again?
the spiders out the holes and comes out a Tootsie Roll. Nope, just thinking about them.
Um,
What are you gonna do, my live friend?
As I said, as soon as you need some physical work done, I'm your man.
Oh, all right then. So we're the muscle.
Yep.
I'm a little scared of the old
Yeah, I've worked with them before.
woman. The old woman.
No, not her, but yeah, they're solid. Again, bit up in their own head, but who isn't?
Well, I think I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
okay.
Let's get some information.
All right. So you guys know what you're gonna go look for. You're gonna contact your old cop buddies, and you are going to contact your Muppet gang. And you, I guess, potentially, if they were to knock someone out or kidnap them or get put in some instance where you could grab them and probe their mind, then the person would know. But I guess in a last resort, that's a
I
possibility.
can also get in touch with my contacts just to see.
Okay.
I'll take out my phone and pass out my contact to everybody here and go out.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, we'll be texting buddies. That's nice.
And again, you can get hold of me anytime, except on Thursdays and Fridays between 5 and 10, and again, same on Saturday.
So he pulls out his Nokia hauler and, gives it out.
And sons, I don't have technology. It's not of the earth, and it saps like a tap of a tree my humanity. So, if you need me, just think really hard, and us four shadows will, meet up at some point.
Girl, you must be like molasses. You're a little slow running, but you sure are sweet and a little bit sticky.
Oh, I'm always moist with the dew of the morning moss.
Do you guys want to come up with a time you're going to meet up, reconvene to discuss things, like regardless of texting?
Well, it's currently what? Probably about 10 p.m. on a Wednesday?
Wednesday.
On a Wednesday, yep.
10 p.m. on a Wednesday. Well, the people I'm going to contact work late, so I can meet in the morning. Mornings are rough for me due to some health issues, but I'm good to go around after my Pedialyte.
Should we meet up for lunch?
Lunch?
Post Pedialyte time. You gonna be standing by then?
Oh,
Tex?
we can meet in the Glendale Cemetery in my grave hole.
That sounds. that sounds like literally horrifying.
It's a privilege that very few have ever been privy to.
Is there a cheap
see.
diner in Glendale? I think we'll go with that.
Let's do
Oh,
that.
there's the ones they shot Goodfellas at. That
Let's
seems
go
good.
there.
Yeah, they have a hot pastrami.
They know me there.
All right.
I get their bagel crusts.
Just the crust.
Just the crusts.
All right.
All right.
Inside's pre-scooped.
So the plan is for you to contact your buddies. You're going to contact your buddies. You're going to be on reserve. You're also basically going to wait around. So then that means that tomorrow for lunch, you're taking maybe the public map that you were so diligently given by Dragovich.
Yeah.
along with this
much
information,
hard research.
much hard research on Ultra Google,
Yeah,
and then maybe throwing together a plan, seeing what other information you guys need.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, if you could try and get hold of some of the maps in any of these few areas, it'll look less good.
Hey, I feel like that might be a job for our friend right here.
Well, I was saying, you said you know all the you know all the NYPD LLC people.
Yeah, but they're not city planners.
Some of us happen to be more connected than others.
Hey, I'll have you know, I'm going to meet with my friends at the Salino and Barnes firm.
Yes, and I'm sure I'll find out all the information about them that I want in just 2 seconds.
I love it.
I gotta be rude about it.
All right. Well, I think we've got everything put together. It's getting kind of late, so I think let's end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing this. Thank you to my players, Bryce, Jensine, Tyler, Magnus. You guys are the best. Alec, DJ, thank you so much.